right? Just at the function of a geologist.
So you've done both, right?
My working experience is more on geophysics, but as a explorationist, or or you want to plan any infill well, you need to know geology, lah. Otherwise, you will be doing the blind, which is not good, lah. End of the day, you need to know both to at least uh, your prediction is not so far away from 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 the reality, lah. That you need to know both. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's me. I think I take up too much of the time.
No,
Yeah.
please.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm glad that you started because I think, like I said, now especially when you are within your colleague and you are more comfortable, now is the time to share. Like what you said just now, I think just prove my point, right? Where when you are outside, you can share. You were sharing something about talisman versus. Right? I'm sure you have not shared at least with all of them. Right? So I think this is one of the main benefit of attending a course where you are comfortable, you are learning, you're learning from me, you're learning from each other, and a lot of times I'm also learning from you. Right? It's not just one way. Like just now what you mentioned, I did with talisman Vietnam. I think it's because partly my opinion, because they're Canadian, they're quite laid back, right?
Correct. More accommodating, lah. Yeah.
You,
Right.
yeah.
Hi. Good morning.
Can you start with your current title?
Yeah.
I'm a geology and geophysics manager. Yeah.
I'm geophysicist. I work under Po. So,
Go Chukan, not Puchukan.
Wow.
Oh, no, no.
This is Po.
Oh, that's Pua.
That one is Po.
But wasn't the mic name Po something? Anyway,
Not sure,
sorry.
yeah. Okay, all right.
The best geologist in town.
No, there are a lot of good geologists around. Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Pua Chukan.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry.
No worries. This is good.
Get yourself comfortable.
Yeah.
I always believe for a very long time when you are relaxed, that's where the learning occurs. You want to have a good learning experience. You don't want to think that you're in school. I have to learn this. It's for your own career growth. So let's have a bit of fun. By the way, everybody is encouraged to tell jokes. Sorry,
I don't have a joke to tell, but I will laugh if you feel the joke. I'm geophysicist. As I said, I work under Po. My background, I study in geology as well. So, graduate from KM. And I first entered in the industry on the
Sorry if I
construction side.
interrupt you. Back then, I used to remember this ego between grad and grad. Is that correct? What one to things people, journalists, accept things that they're superior to
It used to be it's like that for my when I started as a first year student in camp. The lecturer told us that it's very unlikely you will enter to Petronas, that time they call Petronas, or in gas industry. So from I think the
because
past
sorry to interrupt. If the big boss comes from UN, he will look down on graduates from UN and vice versa. So I think that is still happening, I believe, especially with accountants. ACCA, what's it? If you are accredited with UK, you look down on Australian accredited, Malaysian accredited. Just my thoughts. I'm being very honest here. Sorry, okay.
So that's the story. So I started in the construction industry first for the first 2 years, and I got
Sorry, what year was that?
the as a
What year you graduated?
1 year 2002,
Huh?
2002. I graduated in 2002.
Not so bad, because in mid 80s, I had a lot of friends. One of them took geology, came back, Petronas scholar, no job offer. He became HR VP company. So things were very, very back there in mid 80s, where oil price was $12 a day, around 15. So Petronas stopped hiring. So when we came back from study, when we graduated, we don't have a job. So we are hoping around for 500 ringgit internship. So that has not happened after that, because like Petronas also, they learned that you don't stop from hiring people, because you're gonna have people who retire, people who leave their job, right? So the attrition, you need to keep on hiring even if things are bad. Sorry again for interrupting you. That is gonna be the nature of
Sharing. Yeah. So then I start joining another company, Spugro Joe Solutions for site survey.
Fugro, okay.
And after that, I joined Schlumberger for consulting services. That is the time really enter to the world of what the oil and gas company doing, building a model, something for seismic acquisition, on the main task, we did a geophysical acquisition task. Then when the industry start moving, a lot of companies start up small operator in Malaysia, I had the opportunity to step up for this company. So I joined a company called Texco.
Taxco.
Was owned by the Christian telco billionaire. So I worked for about 4 years, and I joined the Portal in Singapore for 3 years. Um, it looks bright, but at the end I don't know, because the setup is not working for Southeast Asia's distribution. So they closed down the company explorations division in Singapore, and move on French French contracts from tanks. The rest hire locally, and off, way off. So at the time, also coincidence with the MCO. So the MCO is think a lot of companies facing on hiring. Then I good luck enough go went through the interview with me in mid of 2021, and then towards the year end, there's another job basis under it was resigned to join another, and follow up my goal, and up job options and go to it. And so then you work under Pro and your physical class.
Hi, morning all. Stanley. I'm a senior geologist, working under Mr. Poe. So, my background is the same. I went to the same university, UKM. Yeah. So far, haven't had any senior at UM. So don't know whether there's any discrimination or not. I'm not sure. But in general, back then, what we used to hear is like a UKM, UM, and USF for geophysics. But afterwards, the year when I started joining the industry, I guess that's the time where oil and gas booming. That is about year 2007, 2006, 2007.
I don't think it's there anymore because I think UM last time used to have this superiority complex. I do believe that from people that I've met. It shouldn't be, I mean, it's the same shit. Sorry.
So, yeah, no problem. So, yeah, the year before our senior, their batch mostly get hired. So when we will have to study 3 years for the course itself, geology in UKM. So when our second year senior, so when they graduate, most of them were hired, and I think half of them were actually joined Petronas. And we were so excited, like there is a really good opportunity, job opportunity. But when it turns to ourselves, apparently Petronas they take too much of a staff the year before, so they stopped slow down the hiring. So yeah, it was a big kind of a shock where like, we were waiting for the job from Petronas. But yeah, after our graduation, so straight away I joined Talisman as my first company. Then I was like, then the company was acquired by Repsol until now. So basically, I'm staying with the same company until now, but changing the name.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. I'm Adlin. Sorry for being a bit late today. Okay, I'm a senior business analyst in planning department, focusing on business analysis performance. I joined the company 9 years back when transition between Repsol and Talisman.
How long Repsol the transition Repsol is not long.
Repsol, I think about 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years in Malaysia. When I
Repsol
joined
is Spanish, right?
Spanish, yeah. So yeah, the integration between CI Viscus and Repsol has happened about 3 years ago. Yeah, and we are stabilizing between these two companies in terms of processes. So before that, as a background, I'm accounting background. I don't have SCCA, but somehow I have to agree with you, your statement. Okay, but yeah. Anyways, SCCA is, I mean, well known as the first in accounting. That's the first professional paper that we as accountant audit. And on top of that, they have mostly from UK lah. Yeah, so no doubt about that. Okay, and then before that, I was with Newfield. Newfield. And so happened I joined between the transition from Newfield to Sapura.
Does Newfield still exist?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So that was a transition between Newfield to Sapura, and then I was there for 5 years in the account department as the operation accounting analyst, and before that I was with Shell, working downstream and midstream, lubricants, supporting lubricants business for 5 years as well. And prior to that, it's basically just energy and automotive industries. So my starting point in upstream was Whitneyfield. So about 13 years in upstream business, and I don't think that I think I will settle in this stream, inshallah. Yeah, I'm looking forward for the training. There's something new to explore because in our business, preparing budget, forecast is one hand, but to understand what's the data being used in economics.
Economists and accountants they have this fiction.
Yeah.
We are basically working with numbers. Your guys are working with actual. We are working with projection.
Yeah.
We deal with numbers all the time.
Yeah. So we work hand in hand with economists team to prepare budget and delivering numbers to corporate on monthly basis. So really looking forward to understand on the other side what is it all about and how it impacts business as a whole.
I think there are some economists here,
Yes.
right?
Only one.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Next.
Angie here from Asset Control Department. I'm an analysis. I'm not from oil and gas. This is my first oil and gas. And with hibiscus, start with hibiscus, and not so many years. And I'm from accounting background. I'm doing now my money task is to provide accruals to the accounting to the finance to close the accounts. So we're dealing with the actuals. We do the analysis against the budgets, against the budgets. Not much.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm Maria from finance. I did accounting for my first. I started my career with accounting for 1 year. And then I joined Shell doing financial accounting for 1 year. And then after that, I joined ExxonMobil for 5 years doing project accounting. And then after that, only I joined Hibiscus as an economist.
So quite a few accountants. Oh, by the way, apart from learning about economics, there's a bonus in that I'll be sharing with you also some tips and tricks on Excel because economists I wouldn't call expert, but we are power user. We use Excel virtually every day. Any of you guys use Excel table? So we're going to be using Excel table for most of the exercise. Thank you.
My name is Amira. I am from the Planning and Commercial Department, but they prepare admins team, like with this analysis, they prepare the budget. My team, we communicate these numbers to partners and host government. We are also in charge of any fees, requests for fees, any additional approval listing, ABRs, etc. So we are the communicators from internal to external. I did not start my career in planning. I actually started in accounting as well.
Wow, okay.
Accountant, yes, but I majored in financial accounting and marketing. I started in Halliburton as an accounts payable analyst, and I quickly decided that is not where I wanted my career to go. So 6 months in, I looked for a job and I ended up in Talisman. I was the PSC reporting analyst. And then I did the audited accounts QAA that we submit every quarter. I spent 5 years as a PSC
Over
analyst.
break, I want to check with you about QAA.
QA.
I hate the format where you have to translate to barrel.
Yeah.
What? Why not report in ringgit or dollars as it is?
Yes.
Because we are recovering better.
Yes, we are having
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you are recovering in dollars, which is translated to how many barrel you need. Correct?
Yeah, we have to, in terms of revenue, we need to calculate the revenue price based on how many barrels you have.
To me, sorry,
Yeah.
to me it's stupid because it did cause a lot of errors. Because at the end of the day, you are recovering in dollars or ringgit, right? But you live in barrel, which can be done just that simple calculation. Why you have to convert to barrel, change to ringgit, convert to barrel at the end? It is, oh my, sorry,
I agree with that.
a lot of things. Okay, this is one very important thing. A lot of things are not right. I will mention this about economic issue. Why? Because that's how it was done. So a lot of things propagates, but people never let. Because I'm from outside, I'm not accountant, so I'm questioning why your QAA had to be done everything in barrel. Because maybe somebody way back there decided did that, but the law, because why even this thing? Because that's how it's done. So the point I'm trying to make is that, especially we Asian, we do not question, not just for the work in life, we just accept. That is one of the, I think, sorry, I ramble a lot. Main difference because of our education system. We are taught to not question authority, correct? I'm coming this from the point that I was lucky enough that my daughters get to go to international school. By virtue, I was in Vietnam. Really not day and night. How many of you have children going to private school? See, right? If you can afford it, because I think it's the same also in Vietnam, where you what you call rote learning, ROTE, right? You hafal, you memorize. Of course, you can do well in Indonesia, but I don't think it's good growth for. Again, apologies. You had to bear with me for 3 days or 6 days. Thank you. So, by the way, are you sitting with your mate from department? Most of you are, right? Are you from the same department?
Same department, but we're
Different
different teams. So we don't really see each other work together.
I remember this one course I attended. It was accounting for non-accountants. So this guy, he made it was a 3 day course, so he made a point that every session you have to sit with a different person on your left and right. So over 3 days, I mean, it was quite funny, you know. He said, "Am I sat next to you?" Okay, so chill. But the good thing, because it was arrangement was a long table, right? At first, but at the end of the day, it was quite useful because even though most of all of us were professionals, we never knew each other. So at the end of the 3 day session, you sat to twice a day, so you sat to a different person. You get to know a different person. So I encourage you to swap your seat if you want to. I'm not going to enforce it. But honestly, at first I thought, Paul. But not bad because when you go back to office, petrol being so big, actually you have one new contact. Okay, sorry, I interrupt.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. My name is Hamdi. I'm commercial analyst. By background, I'm an engineer. My education background is I'm master degree in offshore engineering. So my first career with petrochemical company, Johor Pasir Gudang. So I work as operation technician over there. And my first working experience with oil and gas is with a service provider, Sapura Energy. So I've been working there for 13 years. And this is my first year in BSc business industry. So I've been doing different in my 13 years with Sapura Energy. My first experience as a field engineer doing offshore installations. So been doing that for 5-6 years, and after that doing various of different roles within Sapura Energy. And my last assignment was the divestment of 50% of Sapura stakes to Total Energies.
Oh, okay. So you know Nazri, right?
Yeah,
Nazri Rahman.
yeah, very good. That's all.
He was my coachee back then, so he should know me very well. Okay.
Okay, myself, I'm Kimberly. My background is in, I studied chemical engineering, but I'm not a discipline engineer. Prior to Hibiscus, I was in oil and gas manufacturing, who did buoyancy riser modules for a short while. I was there, and then I came
What
to
company is
Hibiscus. Matrix Composites. I was in Australia.
I didn't know there was specific for just risers.
Yeah, it's for mainly that it is very long risers, deep water. You need to have the buoyancy modules. So depending on which level of buoyancy.
But you don't want the stretch on the risers.
To
Why
provide
you need-
buoyancy for to provide buoyancy for the risers.
Why do you need buoyancy?
For a short while before I came back to Malaysia. So I've been with Hibiscus for 10 years. So from the time when we had no assets to acquiring licenses in Australia,
Oh,
Anasuria, Hibiscus.
that's your first one or is it Indonesia?
Anasuria, no, we don't have anything in Indonesia. We have, in terms of producing assets,
So you had
Anasuria
Hibiscus
is
starts with Anusira and then
for producing assets. First one is Anasuria, but we previously had development licenses and exploration licenses in Middle East and Australia. But producing first asset is Anasuria, and then after that we acquired North Sabah. And then after that, Repsol Malaysia, which we acquired in Australia.
okay.
Hi, I'm Lakshmi. I did my degree in chemical engineering and graduated from UTM in 2022. So 2024, I discussed my first job.
So you're the youngest here, yeah?
So I in field development, and currently I'm a project engineer for PX project.
Oh, just signed, right?
Uh,
That is going to be a very challenging project. Okay.
Good morning.
Wow, this is longest usually, thank you both for starting it. Usually, this one goes in 20 minutes. People just say to lunch. But like I said, I think this is useful.
Okay, my name is Firdaus. I am accounting graduate,
Wow, so many accountants.
but I'm not practicing accounting.
Okay.
Okay. I'm part of planning department under planning business analysis. I started my career in oil and gas under Petronas Limited. Just few months, but I enjoyed working there. Even though I'm not, not to say not like that function, but I am attached to finance department. But it's quite interesting because I learned a lot on the SAP system. Yeah. And then I moved to upstream oil and gas, working under one of the contractor for the deep water subsea. And then few years after that, I worked with Murphy Oil, and I'm doing the same thing since I was Murphy Oil, looking after the budget, planning the forecast for the production operations, and until now, still the same. But I look forward for this subject and topics. Hopefully, if there is some opportunity on the economics or being economists like Mariam. Or yeah. So that's what I'm looking for.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. I'm Nizam. I graduated back in 1995 in environmental genetics, biology from UKM, Singapore Bangsa Malaysia. And my working experience after that is
That time biotech was hot, right?
correct.
But graduate is slow.
But then I worked about 10 years in manufacturing under semiconductors, original equipment manufacturer for automobiles, and even in with Philip Morris. Philip Morris is a Marlboro company, as you know. Even I'm the junior blender during that time, so I blend tobacco. We create new blends. So one of the blend that I jointly created is the Chesterfield. But it's a field project in Malaysia. Anyway, so then I start working oil and gas in 2005, which everybody has, and until now. Talisman in 2009, until now Hibiscus. So because of I'm now currently under commercial department. So my work mostly on the gas sales and food sales. So that's most of it. I mean that's the main task I'm doing now, and also on the business development also. So we're looking for any new blocks to acquire or merge. I also continue my master in project management from Open University Malaysia, and halfway doing the doctorate in business admin. I'm still doing my thesis. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, I'm Hisham. For those who don't know me,
Sorry, I thought you were Chinese.
Looks can be deceiving, isn't it? That's what one of the other course participants mentioned as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So graduated long time ago from UT Austin.
What year?
Yeah, from 1992. Then I started long on. So then I started my career with EPMI, those days before the ExxonMobil days. And then for 8 years, then I moved to London. Start to be in the Rosanta. London, Talisman, Repsol, and now Hibiscus. So reservoir engineering by background. My current job, my main task now is on CCS project, and I'm also advising all of the subsurface
I
technical.
got a lot of things to say about CCS.
Right?
It's like AI. It's a hot thing, but a lot of people don't really understand what CCS.
True.
People talk about it technically, but it gonna happen? I don't think so. It needs to happen, but again, it's economics.
Yeah.
So, and uh, your project, sorry, Lachana, you are dealing with high CO2, right? So, you're going to have CCS on your head. And that, I predict, will kill the project. Because I remember, what was the name of the field there?
Petang Kenaro,
Batang, Kenaro,
Nori, Bedok.
I remember Nori and Bedok a long time ago. I think it's from GPSC. Way back in early 90s. Still not developed. What's the CO2 like? Which is quite high, right? I don't think you can flow wet, right? It has to be dry. In right here, right? The point I'm trying to make is that there are a lot of fields. When I first started in 1990, I was a cost engineer. So I remember Newton Rasi, hey, you have a field named Cotton Bikai. You have a field name, it was weird to me, right? So I remember some of my first job was doing costing. And 30 years later, when it first come out, I said, oh shit, this field was discovered 30 years ago. Still there. Oh, I think we're due for a break soon. Okay, sorry. For interruption. Thank
Hi,
you.
my name is Yap Siu Chi. You can call me Siu Chi, if you like.
The second oldest person in the room. is it?
No, actually, maybe you.
I'm definitely the oldest.
Yeah, I graduated in 1995 from Canada with a degree in geology. And
Another
then,
your stuff.
yeah, and when I came back, there was no job for geologists. So, luckily enough, I got a scholarship to go to Brunei to do my masters in petroleum geoscience. And then when I graduated in '96, I got a job with
Oh, they have petrol geoscience in Brunei.
yeah back then, and then in '97 I joined ExxonMobil, SO then, yeah, as a geologist, and I was with them about 13 years, and then I left and joined Newfield, and up to when they were acquired by Sapura, and then I left Sapura 2011. No, sorry, 2022, and joined Hibiscus. I first went to the corporate office in Bangsa, and then 2 years later, I came to Hibiscus, Malaysia here in Citibank, and now I'm a geological advisor. Yeah.
You report to him or he report?
No, I report.
We work together. We work together.
So you're like the PT, right? And you're like management, right?
Right.
Okay, hi, good morning. I'm Shirley. Now in business analyst. My career start from a maintenance engineer in chemical industry. Then I moved to oil and gas into procurement. I moved to offshore as a maintenance engineer. By the way, my background is electronic engineering. So from there I moved to terminal. Yeah. So from there I moved to terminal as a plant engineer. Then from there I come to this business analyst.
Surprised there's so many business analysts in a relatively small company. Interesting. Are you guys doing mostly reporting?
reporting and analysis,
But we are
Yeah.
assigned to different asset lah.
different asset and function.
Because I was head of reporting in
Yeah.
Vietnam, and I always find planning is reporting, which is after the fact. Planning is supposed to look forward and it's a feedback loop. But a lot of time because of data movement and so on, turns out after the fact. So we are not doing planning usually. At least in my experience in Vietnam and when I was interacting with them a lot. Agree, Bang?
Yeah.
Do you agree with my statement?
I guess it's always aspiration that we want to move more forward into the, like you say, it shouldn't be just reporting, but more influencing the things or the business and how we should do a proper planning and execute according to that. So maybe you can share. I will look forward for you to share with us how to make that happen.
Yes, thanks. Deal a lot with planning. I'll share with you my experience, Petronas experience. So we have this what we call PGSS. But now they change the name, but it's still Project Generation Selection is insane. So we look at 100 plus projects every year, twice a year. So that's why not just me, a lot of economists become pessimists. I've seen so many negative numbers. One MDB is nothing. I mean, really is big as nothing. So, like I told you, I have a love and hate relationship with Petronas. As a Malaysian, Petronas is very important. A lot of people, my generation, I think we are disappointed in what Petronas has become. As a Malaysian, you should be concerned. Especially the big thing now with ENI. You heard about the Petronas new deal with ENI? Being a pessimist, Malaysian will be very, very affected. Okay? So I'm going to share with you, I told you three things, right? NOC and the subsidiary of the NOC, Charigari. So you would deal a lot because you are partner with Charigari in nearly all your ventures. And you will have SMJ soon. Okay, sorry, thank you. Last one. We'll take a break after this.
My name is Nasser. My educational background is I did bachelor's degree in data science.
Data.
Which integrates between AI and mathematics stats. And then I pursue a master's degree in business analytics with UCL. And then I graduated in May 2024. Then I came back to Malaysia. I started working with Big Four for only like a month, then I left. And so I didn't count that as my first job. So Hibiscus was my first actual company that I worked with, and it's just been over a year. And my current role is a business analyst working with Shirley, Firdaus, and also Lynn. And yeah, that's about it.
Wow. 1 hour plus. Again, usually this whole thing takes about 20 minutes. But thank you Paul for starting it because I've done this teaching for 20 years probably. I don't like doing the same thing over and over. Every time I teach, I like to do things differently. Let's take a break. By the way, if I go over the timing, just remind me. Yep, break.
Ya, ya, dalam ini. Pasal suka logo.
Logo, ingat logo asal juga lah logo bunga tadi.
Mana aku tengok di sana. Aku beli buat tu rate. Tu rate kena box. Kena satu. Selalu ada nak double bag nak bawa agak. Kena juga naik.
Aspiration